All right, let's do it live on a Tuesday edition of Cleveland Browns Daily. I am merely Bo. He is the great Z. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well, man. It's good to be with you. You know, obviously not a fan. Go ahead and crank that back up there after I was over there. I was over there yesterday and not wanting to get a little bit more, get blasted out of there. But yeah, good, man, good. I'll tell you what, that Bijan Robinson is special. Now I will crush the Falcons for not being a serious franchise many times. Yeah, and now they've been so unserious that they go and win this game and have created total chaos in the NFC South, and the win and in game is no longer a win and in game. Unless you're the Carolina Panthers.
I was awakened to that news this morning. Not great.
No, now they have 2 shots. They don't even need to win anymore. This is bad for. It's good for the future investment of NBC. But listen,
he's winning it. There's no way he's not.
There's
the
Saints are kind of
one of
hot.
those 2 things will happen.
Saints are kind of hot.
I told you, Chuck's been unbelievable. I watched him a couple of weeks ago. I'm like, he's coming along, and so that's great.
Balling.
But there's both of those things.
No, it's also just like.
Come on. By the way, NFL, they tried too hard. That game should have stayed at 1:00 on Sunday. Then they would have gone at the same time together. That should have been a 1:00 game. They were so worried about these windows and all this nonsense.
They didn't think the Falcons were going to win that game. The Falcons mucked it all up. The Rams were 7.5-point favorites.
So just so everybody understands, the Falcons winning last night.
That's right.
Now means that the 4:00, the NFL, we talked about this yesterday, the NFL set up this weekend for 3 windows, 2 of them non-traditional NFL windows. Win and you're in. The 4:00 one, the one they deemed least interesting of the 3 because of the 4:00 time, was Bucks Panthers. Winner, you're in.
Still winning in if you're the Carolina Panthers.
If you're the Panthers, because of last night. Saturday night, 8:00, Seahawks Niners win. You're the 1 seed, and then finally Ravens and Steelers win, and you win the AFC North, and you're in the playoffs.
That is a playoff. That is the true playoff.
That was the one.
That's the only one.
That's the only one. They thought they had one there, but by the Falcons beating the Rams now because of some crazy tiebreaker, even if the Bucks beat the Panthers, they now need the Saints to beat the Falcons.
Because if it is a 3-way tie, by the way, NFC South on fire, 3-way tie at 8-9.
8-9, baby.
If there is a 3-way tie at 8-9, the Panthers win that tiebreaker.
Craziness. Because of some sort of win percentage thing or something like that.
Which means it's gone all the way down because I was looking at it. The division records would end up being the same. The conference records, they would tie Atlanta, and then it had to go to something else, and that would have been that's the winning percentage of the non-similar opponents, which you don't get to that depth often.
Where do you rank the consequential failure? The consequences that came of the failure of the Los Angeles Rams in twice going to the southeastern part of this country. They went to Carolina about a month ago as massive favorites, 10.5, 11.5, something like that. Lost. Stafford threw 2 picks in that game.
I don't know if they've been the same since that game.
No, they
you
played
might
well.
be right. Then they won a couple in a row.
They did.
Then they lost a close game to Seattle.
Hurt.
But then again, last night they go again, 7.5-point favorites to Atlanta, again the southeastern part of the country. They get same thing like in the Carolina game. Stafford throws these crazy picks in the first half. He's thrown 5 interceptions in those 2 games. He's thrown 3 the rest of the year.
The rest of the year, yep.
The rest of the year.
Yep.
He threw 3 picks. Those 2 losses cost them the 1 seed in the NFC, maybe cost him the MVP.
Yeah.
He may still win it anyway, 4,300 yards, 43 touchdowns, 8 picks. It's pretty good. But if his team was the 1 seed, he wins it.
And I got news for you.
Now, I'm guessing Drake May's the favorite now?
Drake May would be pretty good. I mean, Brock Purdy's got to get a little love, even though he didn't play the whole year.
Yeah, I think Purdy not playing enough is going to be the problem. But it's probably going to come down to Stafford or May. Yeah. And he still might get it just because he's older and it's throwing him a bone for the career and all of that. But if they handle their business in 2 games they're massively favored in, even if they just win, don't cover, just handle your business, they win. They're the 1 seed in the NFC, and he wins the MVP.
And are they locked into the 6 now? Or
No, they're not.
They could go down to 7.
Yeah, they could be 6
but
or 7.
But they can't go to 5.
I don't
so.
believe
The Niners Seahawks loser is 5, and the
is that for
1.
sure?
I'm asking.
Well, I don't know. Like, do the Niners have the tiebreaker over the Rams if they both have the same record?
I think so, because everything I've seen has kind of made it sound like because they would have
They're 12-4.
So. Yep.
The Seahawks are 13-3. The Rams are 11-5.
Yeah.
But if the Rams go to 12-5 this weekend, and if the 49, that doesn't matter. The Niners aren't losing on Saturday night at home.
I don't think so.
I definitely don't think so. So they're either the 6 or the 7.
Okay.
So they're either going to the Bears or the Eagles.
Right now, they're the 6. They're going to the Eagles would be right now.
Which I'd rather play them if I'm them.
The Eagles have won 2 games this year, I think, in which they haven't completed a pass in the second half.
That's a rematch of the NFC playoff last
That's
year.
when Saquon
where
ran
the
for
weather knocked the Rams out, not necessarily the Eagles.
Did
right,
Saquon
yeah,
run
it was
for
the weather.
100 million yards?
He had a bunch of yards, but they were the ones who played the Eagles closest
Yes,
last year in the
yes,
postseason.
yes,
Was Rams
yes.
at
Yeah.
Philly? They were the ones. So that's how consequential those two were.
It's wild. Yeah,
Really
that was a big one, and it's funny. I was scrolling in the middle. Luca woke up for a second at 3, and I was like, oh, I wonder what happened in that game.
Yeah.
And obviously Atlanta got the win, and then I saw somebody who said something like it's the most Falcons thing. It'd be the most Falcons thing ever to end up 8-9 and create a 3-way tie that gives the division to Carolina or something like that. I don't know. And I was like, wait, what?
Right.
Because we had been told all along. That was it.
Wasn't until I woke up this morning that I read it, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah. So, I mean, for the Panthers, you're still playing win or get in. I mean, the Bucs, though, it almost lessens your motivation a little bit. Not really. I mean, you still feel like you
got
to
handle
win,
your business.
but
I just think the NFL didn't see it
those
either
games should have been
because
going
That
simultaneously.
should have been a 1 o'clock game. They overthought it. They tried it, making it.
But what else would you have put there?
Yeah, but don't worry. I guess that's my whole point. That was kind of my beef yesterday with the Christmas games. Like, you're the NFL. Like, some of this stuff is just bad ball.
Yeah.
You don't know who's going to try hard, who's not. But you can't create these specific windows that you've curated to have special games. Look what they had to look at the hurdles the NFL jumped through to deliver what they thought were going to be 3 Christmas Day good games to Netflix.
Yeah.
None of them were.
Yeah.
None of them mattered. Now, they tried, but they had to create a 6-team pod to make it work because you're not used to playing games Thursdays and Wednesdays like they did last year on Christmas. You're just working too hard for this. Like, you own Sundays. You own the sports landscape in this country. You've got Monday night, Sunday night, Thursday night, all day Sunday. You're good.
Yeah, I think maybe
you're good.
Should have put I agree, you don't need the window. But if
need
you were
all
going to
this.
do the window, once this was a possibility, I'd put the Chargers-Broncos in there. Broncos are playing for the 1 seed. It's 2 playoff teams.
But I wouldn't even have emphasized a Saturday 4 o'clock window.
No, you don't need it.
It's a nonsense window.
Yeah.
Put us at 4 o'clock.
Fine. Yeah,
A nice little warm-up for everybody. Nice little warm-up for the fans.
Rivalry game. Everybody's going to play hard. Like
There
that.
you go.
Do that. Like, the idea that they worked this hard to try to create a specific Saturday 4 o'clock window just doesn't make sense to me.
So Kev just sent us a message. A Seahawks loss would lock them in at 5. A 49er loss, the playoff spot, and the ranking is based on the result of Rams-Cardinals then.
Okay, so then that would lead me to believe that the Rams would go all the way to the 5 spot.
Could.
If the 49ers were to lose to the Seahawks.
The Niners would count.
Yes.
Which
that's
I don't.
correct.
Thanks, Kev. Which I don't think is in the cards.
No.
I don't think
No
so.
pun intended.
None. Our team is off today. 3 more practices this season. They will begin tomorrow at 1:15, then Thursday at 12:15, and Friday at noon. Is Shelby Harris going to join us here in a matter of moments? Should we take a quick time?
He is.
Okay. Let me just say this, and I want you to ponder this as we go to break. So I'm sort of interested in the game last night, but it wasn't like something that I had to be all locked in on. So I put it on the second screen. As you know, I'm batching. HBO was running Thrones. You saw this? Dude, the end of season 1 and the beginning of season 2 of Thrones is unreal. There's not
so is 2
well,
and a 3.
No, I know. But like,
yeah.
I have had such a negative tone to it because of the way that it ended, and I haven't watched any of it in forever.
Spectacular.
And I put it. I'm like, my God! Like I forgot all this stuff, and it's one thing. It just it's unbelievable. It really is.
It's the best show ever. They
just botched it, but it really was. There was the beginning of it was really most of it was.
If
quite
they had
phenomenal.
let us write the ending, it would be the best show.
Just stop it
ever.
with Arya doing this and let it go to the imagination, and then that's it.
Totally fine. Or let them win.
Or let them win, which also totally fine.
And then you go
Reset.
you go to a scene
Right.
where you see that Jon Snow and Daenerys have made a baby that's being hidden.
Yes,
and
fine.
then you think, okay, so that's actually going to be
There's hope.
the prince that's promised, and that's who's going to lead humanity back. And now you have another show.
Yeah, they blew it. It's as big as you could ever blow it. All right, Shelby Harris is going to join us coming up next. Those are your hot topics today, presented by University Hospitals, official healthcare partner of your Cleveland Browns. I should also mention this month's winner of the local business platform presented by Minuteman Association with Medical Mutual is Game Truck. Game Truck makes your event an exciting, stress-free success. Amazing entertainment options, party favors, and certified game coaches deliver excitement to your door non-stop.
Sounds awesome.
It is awesome. We've had it. All right, Shelby going to join us coming up next. You'll listen to Cleveland Browns Daily on 850 ESPN Cleveland. OBM, the preferred provider of copiers and document services for the Cleveland Browns, will tackle any size office at 216-485-2000 or visit ohiobusinessmachines.com. I believe we have Mr. Shelby Harris on the line. Shelby, you there, buddy?
Yep.
Hey, man. Have you seen the I hope by now you have, the still image shot from the pass that you deflect that clinches it, where you are being bear hugged?
I want to know if his wife,
you
if the
seen
lady
this?
is jealous. The
Yeah,
missus might be jealous.
Have you seen the image?
Yeah. Yeah, he was hugging me harder than my wife does. But, that's just how it is. My wife's over here asking me if I got something I need to tell her, but I'm just like, no, man, that's a brotherly hug.
Dude, you've seen this still though? Like, you've got to get that blown up and put on a wall. It's an unbelievable photo, and considering the magnitude of the play and all of it, it's such a cool image.
Yeah, man, I did realize it at the time, but I just didn't realize how egregious of a hold it was. But I'm just happy to make the play. You know what I mean? You got to fight through stuff like that, but. Man, if people's eyes were open, you would be able to see it.
Shelby, I've got to ask you because we know about your, the block kicks in your career that are so numerous. You had one earlier this year in the win over Green Bay. You now have 39 passes defensed in your career as well. You had 9 of them in a season back in 2019, which is crazy on a defensive line. How is it that you've always just been so good at getting those big mitts up there and batting balls out of the sky?
Actually, that one year I had 11, but a batted ball only counts if it hits the ground, and 2 of them got caught.
That is good to know. I'm going to make a note of it.
What's crazy, and I've talked about this before, which makes me think it is somewhat of a skill, is because I'm my high school's all-time leader in block shots for basketball.
Really?
Wow.
And you gotta so I have every single block shot record. So it's timing. And also, I would say my time in Denver, we had a D-line coach, Bill Kolar, and, running a 3-4, you're at the line of scrimmage a lot more than you would be at running a 4-3 like Jim Schwartz's defense. And so a lot of the times, though, especially with quick passes, you're right there in that passing lane. You just got to get your hands up. So Bill Kolar always used to work it every day in practice. And, it just kind of became something that I became very good at.
Yeah, you are good at it, man. I didn't know the basketball side of it's pretty good. What was your?
And you're 6'2", though, right? That's what you're listed at?
No, don't do me.
6'4".
Give me my inch.
6'3".
Give me my inch.
6'3". Well, still 6'3" to have a shot blocking record is incredible. It's not like this is Manute Bowler like that kid we just saw last week who's like 7'4" that was on the defensive line of the Bills.
Yeah, I have a 6'10.5" wingspan though, so.
Long arms.
That works out. That helps out a lot for the for the blocking shots thing. But it's funny because we played it the other day in the team meeting. It was a clip from me in college, and I was like playing like stand up DN, and just looked like I was all arms. And that's been the epitome of my whole career, though. Everywhere, basketball, football, just having long arms.
It helps. Wingspan is it's an important measurable. What did that one mean to you guys? I mean, just to get it done and to prevent the Steelers, and you knock a pass down from Aaron Rodgers, who's going to be a first ballot Gold Jacket, to stop them from trying to win this division on our field.
I'll say screw those guys.
Exactly.
Because the way we looked at it is it had nothing to do with the Ravens. We don't like those guys either. It was whoever was in first, we're going to make sure they're not in first when the day's done. Knock them out. And that was kind of our job. Obviously with no playoffs this year, we're just trying to ruin somebody else's season at this point. And the Steelers definitely seemed like they were more interested in not having Miles get the sack record than they were winning, and we would gladly take that and dominate them on that aspect because. If you looked at it, they didn't really try to develop any type of passing game downfield and, the quickest throws of Aaron Rodgers' career almost. And, you were more worried about the sack record than getting the win. And we were over there trying to get the win, and you can tell.
Yeah, it was funny. It's so interesting to hear you saying that you were a combatant in it and watching it. As we're watching it, and Nathan was broadcasting it, I'm going, my God, like they are doing everything to make sure that he doesn't get near that thing or anywhere near Rodgers. And everything they did is now out in terms of it. When you guys are in the middle of it, when did it become apparent to you that they were going to just do everything in their power, almost to spite themselves, to make sure he didn't get it?
Man, when you hear the O-line saying, you're not going to get it on me, that's what you're worried about?
Wow.
Not about clinching the division. You know what I mean? You're worried about not being the one to give up the record. Wow. And we'll see, I guess, how that kind of affects them going forward. But you gotta. It's already hard enough to win games in this league.
Yes.
You gotta go up there and win. You gotta try to take advantage of every situation. And it just didn't seem like their focus was all the way there.
Yeah, I mean, it is very hard to win in this league. That has got to be your singular focus, and it was wild. I got to ask you, so we always talk about, Jim Schwartz, sometimes it's the wide 9 defense. There were at times, Shelby, I don't know if Miles was in a wide 17 or a wide 19. I mean, he was, it felt like outside the numbers on some of these lineups, and he would take 3 guys away from the middle. So was that kind of fun for you when you see him all the way out there and be like, all right, 3 guys are going that direction to be able to make some moves, and that's how you were able to get a hit or 2 there on Aaron Rodgers?
Man, it was just very interesting. Like, just watching Miles get so wide and weave in and out between all these people and still getting close to the quarterback is just. It's something that it's a marvel to see every week. Even when I see it during practice, I'm sitting there like, this guy's insane. But I just think that when they do stuff like that, it makes it that everyone else has to make plays.
Yep.
You saw Alex Wright have a tremendous game because you sit all that focus to Miles. You know what I mean? Like, so other people are stepping up. You saw Mason over here making tackles left and right all over the place. That's what happens when you put all that focus on one player. The other guys have to go step up.
Let me ask you this, because you live this every single week, but like every team, of course, game plans for Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
Right? That is a very normal thing. What you're saying is that this was on just a different level.
Well, yes. It seemed like it was just more of them not trying. They just didn't want it on them. I don't know if it had to do with because their TJ Watt has
Sure.
the record too.
Yeah.
Sure. Anything like that, but there just wasn't much. They didn't let it develop. They didn't let any of their pass game develop. There was very few deep shots. Everything was pretty much a line of scrimmage or like 5-10 yards down the field. So it obviously Aaron Rodgers, and to their credit, he already threw the ball quick.
Mm-hmm.
He was already throwing the ball, getting rid of the ball at a high rate.
Yep.
It just was a lot faster when we were there.
Yes, it was. Shelby, what would it mean to this defense if Miles is able to get it on Sunday down in Cincinnati? What badge of honor would that be for this overall defense?
Sacks. We look at sacks as a team stat because even though one person gets it, rush and coverage have to work together. And more like we have to stop the run in order for us to be able to rush the passer. The offense has to score. We have to have some type of lead in order for us to get in another position to rush the passer. It's not just a defense stat. This is a team stat. Everybody working together. We set the franchise record for sacks already, and now this is just the next one. But we're extremely encouraging of everybody, and we're extremely excited to go out there and just play football. It's not necessarily about the record. This is the last opportunity for all these guys to go out there and play the game together. Obviously, this team will be different the next year. So for us, we just enjoy being around each other and enjoy playing with each other. And so for Miles to get that, it'll just be like the icing, the cherry on top of. We already enjoy each other. The season obviously didn't go the way we wanted it to go.
Sure.
But the defense, we pride ourselves. We take pride on all these little things. And that's just another thing we take pride in.
You guys held, obviously, them out of the end zone in this game, and you held Aaron Rodgers, and I'm not going to give him credit for the third down conversion where their tight end ran the ball. You heard Aaron Rodgers on 3rd and 4th down to 2 of 17 in this game. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers, 2 of 17. That's got to be the worst of his career. Was that something that you guys are, that's Aaron Rodgers leading that football team into our stadium, not even putting a touchdown on the board a week after they had really lit up Detroit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and I think that's also part of this. They were afraid of the pass rush.
Yep.
3rd down, you have to try to let some things develop. and they didn't. And so they wanted to rely more on. I would say they wanted to rely more on rack, run after the catch to try to get these first downs than actually throwing the ball past the sticks. And, I say our linebackers and DBs played the hell out of that. And so it just made it a tough day in general for whatever they tried to do.
Buddy, I'll get you out of here on this one. Great having you on. What was your Christmas highlight for you and the family?
Honestly, just being at home, just being with my family, just hanging out and just having a day off and being able to be there with all the kids and them opening presents and seeing the smiles on their face, because that's what we do it for. As an adult, Christmas can kind of lose the spirit, and kids kind of bring it back. And so that's like the best part about Christmas is more of just like just seeing the happiness in your kids' eyes.
Beautifully said,
yes.
brother. Merry Christmas to you. Happy New Year. Let's close it out in style on Sunday. Always appreciative of your time. Thanks for giving us a little bit of it today.
Oh, yeah, of course, fellas. Good talking to you guys. Have a great
Shelby's the best.
New Year's.
Happy New Year, brother.
There he goes. Shelby Harris joining us on the Twisted Tea Hotline. We'll do a little risk reward with our good buddy Mr. Zastadil coming up next. You listen to Cleveland Browns Daily on 850 ESPN Cleveland. OBM, the preferred provider of copiers and document services for your Cleveland Browns, will tackle any size office at 216-485-2000 or visit ohiobusinessmachines.com. Time for your risk versus reward presented by the Oswald Companies. And for that, I don't even know if I want to ask where you are because the wind's blowing 60 miles an hour here.
It's blowing sideways.
27 degrees. Dave, yesterday you couldn't have certain height vehicles on the turnpike, for God's sakes. Where are you?
You know what? My family and I are down in Key Largo, Florida, till Saturday.
And that was risk versus reward at Dave Zastadil. We'll see you on down the road, buddy. Unbelievable.
We can end this segment right now. I got the best risk versus reward. You're right.
Your risk and reward is one.
Yeah, right. Hey, I'll take it. I've been hearing rumors of the weather back home, so we're going to enjoy it while we can. But we get back after the new year. we got a few months stretch, so
Yeah.
I got to take advantage of these times when I can.
Absolutely. We're just jealous. That's all.
That's all that is, buddy.
That's all that is. Pure jealousy. All right. Want to ask you before we get into the risk reward, but I felt like in this last game they finally let Corey Bojorquez hit punts the way that Corey Bojorquez can hit punts.
Yeah.
And I was saying on the broadcast, this is vintage Corey Bojorquez. This is a guy who, over the last few years, averaged 51 yards a punt, 49 yards a punt, 49 yards a punt, 49. This year it's down to 45.8. It was 57 yards a punt in that game. He flipped field position. He had the longest 64. His net was well up over 46 in this game. So that was – did you notice a difference? I felt like we had not seen him hit those boom and spirals in so long. I thought it was very refreshing to see, and then it turns him back into the weapon that he had been for us in the last couple of years.
Yeah, it's just funny coming from my era to see that he's down to 45.8 yards a punt this year when that was probably led the league back when I played. I was saying something about the punters these days. But, no, he had a great game. I mean, the guy certainly has the ability to flip the field. He certainly has the ability to pin teams deep, and it was just great to see him. And as you said, Nathan, I mean, if he comes out and plays like that, it's a true weapon for the team, especially in putting the defense in great field position. So it was great to see him have a game like that, and obviously you could see how that benefited the team.
As a punter, how did you balance, kind of your directives and, not wanting to quote-unquote out-kick your coverage, but also saying, look, if I boot it 65 yards, even if he returns it 20, it's still a net 45. Like that's a great net. How do you balance kind of those calculations in a game? And for a team that's had, quite frankly, as we've well documented, trouble covering kicks, I don't know, sometimes it seems to me like let's just get the ball out there as far as we can, and the quicker we can tackle them, the longer the punt.
Yeah, it's a great question. When I played, I focused on three things. Number one, catching the ball, because you had to catch the ball first. That's the most important thing. Then you focus on direction, and the direction typically is called before the punt you run on the field, and a lot of things dictate that. You got wind. You got to see where on film. Typically, they have their best rush side, or where creepers, we call them creepers, will come in from the outside and try to rush. They typically would take advantage of the wind, try to force you to drop it inside and hit a bad punt. And then the third thing is, hang time and distance. You had guys back in the day when I played like Shane Leckler, maybe, a future Hall of Famer in the position that just said, I got a great leg. I'm just going to hit this ball as far as I can. It's your guy's job to go cover it. I mean, he just didn't care, right? But most guys, didn't have a leg like him. So if you could stick to the direction you're hitting, above a 4.5, 4.6 hang time and get you a 45+ yard kick, you felt like you were doing your job. Now, I can tell you, playing in the AFC North, especially in Cleveland, especially in Cincinnati, for the two that I remember the most, that wind picks up and crosses you all the time. So sometimes it may not look that windy, but on the field it is, and so you may have questioned a guy like Corey Borg. Hey, maybe last game or two didn't have as great as, but you have no idea the type of winds that he might have been dealing with when he dropped that ball. So, he's a great punter, and it's good to see that he did that last game. I was really happy for him.
Dave, what did you make of? And we just had Shelby Harris on, and we asked him about some of the things that Pittsburgh was doing to prevent Miles from getting the record, and Shelby flat out said, I'm paraphrasing, but felt like they cared more about that than winning the game. What did you make of Pittsburgh's approach? And it seemed to a lot of us that obviously they didn't expect to lose. They were trying to win and do it. But certainly it felt like almost as much as winning was a priority, also was making sure Miles didn't set the sack record.
Yeah, it sure did. When you have a veteran quarterback like Aaron Rodgers, that's not something he wants to go down in the record books with, I'm sure. But you could see they were double-teaming him. They were chipping him. They were getting the ball out early. I felt that they knew, in my opinion, how the type of season Miles have had and how much disruption he can bring to a game if they don't put focus on him. So I think, Pittsburgh, whether it's Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, any team we've played, that's going to be part of their game plan. But it did seem like they tried to get the ball out quick, try to, run away from Miles per se. And it definitely was a distraction. And obviously it worked. Maybe they did put too much focus on that. The problem is, when the Browns defense plays at home, and I don't know what it is, it just seems like our play elevates to another level at home. And so when you combine all that together, you kind of saw what happened on Sunday.
Which was a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to see them get the win. All right, we got to get a win on the road in the division. First opportunity to do that will be coming up this week down in Cincinnati. Now, Joe Burrow, every day we sit here, and I look to our left here for Bo, we look straight ahead, there is a giant mural of Myles Garrett sacking Joe Burrow. It was on that fourth down play week 1 of 2023. We need to see him sack Joe Burrow one time on Sunday to get that record. How confident are you that it's happening this Sunday?
I have a pretty good feeling that it's going to happen. We've typically had good luck against Joe Burrow and the Bengals, per se over the years. I think Miles says he's going to do it. I think we got to believe him at this point. The thing about that game though is, the Bengals actually the last 2 weeks have put points on the board. I mean, they're starting to kind of put this thing together. You think they would be going the other direction and kind of just tanking and folding, but I think they're showing the league that nobody really wants to play them right now. So. They're gonna go do their thing, but I do think there's a better chance Miles breaks the record against Cincinnati than I thought going into the Pittsburgh game. So we'll all be rooting for him, obviously. But I got to think Jim Schwartz will have something special up his sleeve to try to get him that sack.
All right, buddy. You deep sea fishing? What are you doing? You snorkeling?
Golfing, I hope.
Golfing. What are we doing? What's the activities?
Yeah, down in the Keys, my father-in-law was a big fisherman, so
nice.
we went out fishing the other day, caught up. We actually got a wahoo, we caught some tuna, and then yesterday we took the kids snorkeling. Today, I think that Arctic blast is actually, unfortunately, head down here. We got a little bit of wind, the temperatures have cooled off, so we're kind of just hanging out today.
Cooled off to what, Dave?
I'm scared to say it's about 72 degrees.
All right, kindly leave. Kindly leave.
Yeah.
Kindly enjoy your vacation, buddy. Happy New Year to you and your family.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate me on. Same to you.
Cool down to 72.
I don't even know what I don't even know
72.
What that's like.
We might see that by May.
I would do a happy dance at 45 currently. G-Man might be in shorts by that point.
Young Gabriel.
My wife and kids are on the plane leaving Southern California,
Probably
coming home.
weeping.
Well, yeah, Beamsy's had a great line. I'll read it for you verbatim. He's the only one, by the way, who cares.
Why'd they come home so early?
Me. Bootsy's birthday's tomorrow.
I care about you.
But I would.
Well, I think they wanted to have some celebration with their father throughout the time off.
Nice weather, party
Just
with Dad.
Yeah, so I got this line from Beamsy, who is, again, the only one. He goes, "Can't wait to see you. Not excited to go back to this." And it was a video I sent him yesterday of the wind just blasting through.
Yeah, it's nuts.
I said, I understand, buddy.
That walk to the car last night leaving here was
just
awful.
God.
I opened my car at the store yesterday morning, and it almost, if I didn't have the wherewithal to have my hand on the door and have a good grip on it, it might have snapped one of the hinges.
Yeah, and I think what's crazy is it's been really brutally cold, except for Christmas Day and a couple of days after, since middle of November.
Yeah.
It's been
That's
it's been like 6-8 weeks of this already, and we got a lot more to come. So, all right, we'll go around the league. Give you your Microsoft Minute coming up next. You'll listen to Cleveland Browns Daily. We're presented by Ballybet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Please bet responsibly on 850 ESPN Cleveland. Score big with Howard Hanna, official real estate partner of your Cleveland Browns, is Northeast Ohio's #1 real estate provider, dedicated to help you make the best move. Visit howardhanna.com/GoBrowns to explore your winning options today. As we go around the league, Hall of Fame news: 15 NFL modern era players announced as finalists for the Hall of Fame class of 2026. 0 finalists from the class of 2025. 4 first-year eligible players. You have to select 5 and only 5 to make it in. That is the task. Is that your task, Gibbe?
Yep, for this year's class. Like, they're usually around 5, and then they do like a legend and then a contributor. So I'm giving you the task where you can only pick 5 for this class.
Okay. And I got to do, let's see.
I think there are 4 no-brainers.
I think there are 4 no-brainers, too.
I think 5 is going to be not hard. It's just I think it'll be what you're –
Do you and I have the same 4 no-brainers?
Well, we'll find out, won't we?
All right. Let's do that, and then we can have the discussion on the 5th.
Okay.
Breeze.
Yep.
Fitz.
Yep.
Kuechly.
Yep.
And Belichick.
He counts as one of the 5?
Yeah.
Oh, I was going off of the 15.
No, that's a seniors category.
Yeah, Belichick.
How is Belichick not a what? I don't understand. Why would he not be a normal?
He's a coach finalist.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's not in this group?
Yeah, he's a coach finalist.
So it says the selection committee may elect up to 5
Suggs.
modern era players, which is what the task I've given you. Each must receive a minimum positive vote of 80% for election. There will be 5 others. Senior category finalists Ken Anderson, Roger Craig, and Elsie Greenwood, along with coach finalist Bill Belichick and contributor finalist Robert Kraft, also are candidates for the class of 2026. Voting on these 5 is conducted separately as its own group from the modern era players. A minimum of 1 person and a maximum of 3 from those 5 may be elected under the Hall's current bylaws.
So okay. We agree on the first 3, Breeze, Fitz, Kuechly.
Yeah.
And then I have Adam Vinatieri. Adam Vinatieri's the best kicker of all time. He should be in the Hall of Fame.
Is he?
Yeah.
I'm asking.
I believe that to be true.
He's got the clutch. He's got a couple of clutchies.
He's got some huge clutchies.
Massive clutchies.
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to
Is
pull
his
up
case better than Suggs?
Vinatieri is a 3-time first-team All-Pro. He's got more field goals made than anybody in NFL history. I would just always kind of consider him to be the best kicker ever. 4-time Super Bowl champ. He's on the All-2000s decade team.
Yeah, Suggs only made 1 first-team All-Pro.
Yeah.
7-time Pro Bowler, 2-time Super Bowl champ. He's Defensive Player of the Year and the Defensive Rookie of the Year.
He's got that. Torrey Holt has surprisingly kind of what I would call a low. His things are a little bit. They're not what you would expect it to be for Torrey Holt.
You're saying that I would think in mind's eye that it would be more, that
Yeah.
he'd accomplished more?
In terms of how he was regarded against his peers. Like Reggie Wayne is a 6-time All-Pro, 6-time Pro Bowler, 1-time first-team All-Pro, 2-time second-team All-Pro, led the league in receiving 1 time. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 1,000-yard seasons, and of those, many are more than 1,300 yards. Torrey Holt, big game Torrey Holt, who is excellent, but I think I don't think we're going to have as much. I could be wrong about this, but I don't think we have as much stuff as one would think. Our internet is obviously, as you know,
Not great.
not fast.
You're looking for Holt?
Yeah, here we go. Well, I can say here, I've clicked on it.
Torrey Holt is 1-time All-Pro, 7-time Pro Bowl. Actually, he mimics Terrell Suggs. Basically, he's the receiver version of Suggs.
Big game Torrey Holt. Is he?
Except he doesn't have, obviously, Suggs has Defensive Player of the Year,
And-
Defensive Rookie
yep,
of the Year, and
yep.
2-time Super Bowl champ. Holt just has the 1. He's on the Hall of Fame's All-2000s team. But I don't know
Yep.
what that really means. How
Yep.
many people made that?
Yeah. I mean, look, Eli you'd have to consider on some level.
I think Eli is Aikman.
He won 2 Super Bowls. Yeah,
I
that's
think he's
it.
Aikman. Aikman won the 3 Super Bowls, and that's how he got in.
Holt and Reggie Wayne are basically the same guy.
Yeah. It seems like Reggie's a little more decorated. He's got the 3 All-Pros,
Yep.
but he also played with Manning.
Yep.
So that's,
Witten is an 11-time Pro Bowler, a 2-time first-team All-Pro, 2-time second-team All-Pro, and he is second, I think, all-time among tight ends in catches and yards. So part of that's longevity, but also 11 Pro Bowls, 2 first-team All-Pros, 2 second-team All-Pros.
Darren Woodson is 3-time Super Bowl champ, 3-time first-team All-Pro, 5-time Pro Bowl.
I think Yanda might
And he
be
was
a
an
surprise
all-rookie
here.
team.
He's not. I looked him up.
How many first-team
I
All-Pros?
think there's just one.
Oh, really? In my mind.
Willie Anderson had 3. Is a 3-time All-Pro. I guess so. Where I think there are. I think the Vinatieri one is if a kicker's going to get in, he's the kicker.
Just real quick, Yanda is 8-time Pro Bowl. He is 2-time first team and 5-time second team.
Oh, I misread it. I clearly misread
From
it.
2011 to 2019, he was a Pro Bowler every year but 1, and he was first or second team All-Pro every year but 2.
Did you read off Vinatieri's?
Yeah.
I did, yeah.
I think
It's weird. On the Pro Football Reference, it has Yanda as just a 2-time All-Pro.
first team, but he's 5-time second team. So he was first or second team All-Pro 7 times.
Yeah, usually on Pro Football Reference, they'll have second team. They'll have that designation.
You have to go look down on his yearly things. When it says All-Pro at the top of somebody's, that's only first teams.
I see.
Pro Football Reference, high standards.
Yeah, they really do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gore
Yanda's
is an
in the mix.
accumulator. I'm pretty sure he's
He's like top 4 all-time in rushing, I think.
third all-time, 1,600 yards.
16,000?
16,000, I'm sorry. Yeah, 16,000 yards in 16 seasons, which is impressive. Only Emmitt Smith and Walter Payton have rushed for more yards in the NFL than Frank Gore.
Is he Clay Matthews?
That I don't know, but I will say this. Here are the top.
Because that was the thing with Clay was he played so long.
Yeah, but I don't know if he ever got to that level. This is third all-time rushing.
No, I know. But that's also a stat that no one even attempts to do it anymore.
Here's what I'll say. I'm going to start with number 17 in all-time rushing yards, okay? Thurman Thomas, Hall of Famer. 16, Franco Harris, Hall of Famer. 15, Marcus Allen, Hall of Famer. 14, Edgerrin James, Hall of Famer. 13, Marshall Faulk, Hall of Famer. 12, Jim Brown, Hall of Famer. 11, Tony Dorsett, Hall of Famer. 10, Derrick Henry will be a Hall of Famer. 9, Eric Dickerson, Hall of Famer. 8, Jerome Bettis, Hall of Famer. 7, LaDainian Tomlinson, Hall of Famer. 6, Curtis Martin, Hall of Famer. 5, Adrian Peterson will be a Hall of Famer. 4, Barry Sanders, Hall of Famer. 3, Frank Gore. 2, Walter Payton, Hall of Famer. 1, Emmitt Smith, Hall of Famer.
No, it's there's no question.
Top 17.
They're all in. Yeah. Some of those were from a different era. The one thing that's interesting about how many times in his 16-year career do you think he averaged more than 80 yards rushing a game?
He was just every year consistent. I would say probably few. 80 yards a game, 16 games, 840, 1,280 yards. I would say probably maybe never. He had one.
He had
one,
twice.
two,
He did it twice.
two. Okay.
In his second year in the league, he ran for
1695.
1695, and then he did it. He ran for exactly 80 yards a game through 14 games. He ran for 1120 in 2009 with the Niners, and that was it. But, yeah, I mean, he just an incredible accumulator.
Totally.
Never was an All-Pro.
No, well, second team once in 2006.
Which is a hard, it's a hard nut to crack. But
Yeah.
that's a tricky one there.
Let me see what his, they have their Hall of Fame monitor. They have him at 100.5, 10th among running backs. Average Hall of Fame running backs 106. So Pro Football Reference's Hall of Fame monitor thinks that he will get in.
That he will?
Yes. But that's their own made-up stat. But yes, that they think that he will get in. Yanda.
I'm trying to think.
They think actually Yanda is a less desirable
likely
candidate. Vinatieri's in, according to their thing, for sure.
So
Hey,
go ahead.
I might get killed for this, but comparing Frank Gore and longevity to Clay Matthews.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, sorry. I was
No.
looking
You were looking it up. No, that's what I said. When he was going
Like-
through the Frank Gore thing, I go, "Is he Clay Matthews?"
I looked
where
at him. I go,
you played
I
for
think
20
Clay-
years.
Yeah,
and you just
There's great
and you're
numbers.
good the whole time. You're good the whole time, but you play in an era the longevity, the availability is the best ability.
Yeah.
which should make you a strong
Which matters.
candidate.
It should
Yeah.
matter. It should, but that's the thing that's so difficult. With Gore and I'm sure with Clay, for the folks when they go and look at it,
My
they
apologies.
look at.
I was looking at.
No, you're fine. No, it's funny because
That's
That's
when
exactly
Z was
what
going
you
through it,
said.
I go, he's Clay Matthews because you were doing the 16
So-
years and the accumulating, and I'm like,
their monitor thing thinks that Vinatieri's a no-brainer and that Jason Witten is a no-brainer.
I mean, 11 Pro Bowls.
11 Pro Bowls, 2 first team, 2 second team. I think he's like the Cowboys' all-time leader in receptions and receiving yards.
I think he was damaged a little by the TV because it went so bad.
So bad.
That I think people sometimes forgot about the football.
Yep.
That's a really competitive group. I cannot believe they made Luke Kuechly wait.
It's insane.
That's just ridiculous.
It's awful is what it is.
Yeah, it's a real joke that he had to wait. Fitz and Breeze are obviously walk right in Gold Jackets.
For those who don't know, Luke Kuechly played from 2012 to 2019. I mean, it would just be great if there we go. He was, in his first season in the league, the Defensive Rookie of the Year. Season 2, Pro Bowl, First Team All-Pro, Defensive Player of the Year. Season 3, Pro Bowl, First Team All-Pro. Season 4, Pro Bowl, First Team All-Pro, third in the Defensive Player of the Year voting. Season 5, Pro Bowl, Second Team All-Pro. Season 6, Pro Bowl, First Team All-Pro. Season 7, Pro Bowl, First Team All-Pro. Season 8, Pro Bowl, Second Team All-Pro. Like, the fact that he's not in is a joke.
No, I mean, it's
automatic.
It's pretty
That's
close
first
to the Hoff.
Yes, it's first ballot.
Like, in terms of accomplishments, it's very Hoff-like.
Yes.
In terms of what Kuechly did. It's crazy that he's
100%.
not that he's
He
not
should
in
be
there
in.
already. He
Yeah.
should have been in on the first ballot.
First ballot. It's insulting.
Yeah. So,
But I think that's because didn't Zach Thomas go in the Hoffs?
Yeah, but Kuechly was available last year. That wasn't the Hoffs year.
Oh, yeah, that was 2 years ago.
It was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
How
I
did
thought, did Zach Thomas go
year?
in with the Hoff? Yeah,
I believe Zach Thomas did go in with the Hoff.
Yeah. I have no idea.
How did he not go in last year? Did they put another linebacker in that we were? But he should have went in on the first ballot.
2025 Hall of Fame class. Who was in that class last year? I don't even remember. I was just so dialed for the Hoffs year. I mean, Zach Thomas should have been in a long time ago, too. He was a 5-time first-team All-Pro, second-team All-Pro,
Yeah.
2-time. I mean, yeah. Hold on. This one window is just it's great. 2025. Yeah, Luke Kuechly not going in is a crazy snub.
It was a weird year. It was Eric Allen, Jared Allen, Antonio Gates, and Sterling Sharp.
So they only put 4 in? They could have put 5?
I mean, how is he not in that group?
I could see him go 4 this year and just go Breeze, Fitzgerald, Kuechly, and Vinatieri.
Yeah. I don't know how. If Belichick's available, he's got to go in.
Well, that doesn't count against these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, and Robert Kraft is going to go in.
Yeah, Bob Kraft should go in. It's weird that he's not in and Jerry's in.
I'd like to see Roger Craig go in the seniors category. I don't know if
He's got about 8,500 yards rushing. I think we looked this up, and I think I have it pretty close to memory. I think he's got about 8,500 yards rushing and about 4,000 yards receiving.
4-time Pro Bowler, 1-time All-Pro, third in the MVP voting that year. And he was like the originator, the first ever.
How close was I on the career numbers? 8,500 and 4,000?
8,200 rushing yards and 5,000 reving.
No,
so
in
very
the
close.
ballpark. In the ballpark.
Yes, you're
not bad. I knew it was somewhere right around
within
there.
1,000. He had 2 years where he had 2,000 or more yards from scrimmage and 17 or more touchdowns in those years. Ironically, believe it or not, he had a year where he ran for 1,500 yards and had 534 receiving, and then he was the first one. 1985, folks. The guy runs for 1,050 yards and 9 touchdowns, lead the leagues with 92 catches, 1,016 yards and 6 touchdowns receiving. He's the first ever 1,000 guy. I mean,
his case is probably most similarly to Terrell Davis's.
Well, TD was on another level.
He was, I know, but like the shortness of the career, like Craig's is like an 8-year.
He's really good for 5 years.
Good for 5, yeah. Yeah, it's true.
He just was, and he was a Pro Bowler in 4 of those 5 years.
Yeah.
He was the first team All-Pro. He's third in the MVP voting one year, which is wild. That's just one of those where I think you look back and all the guys who get in now that were on those Steelers teams, like he's a 49ers guy, and there is something you can put on his bust. First guy to ever have 1,000 yards rushing and 1,000 yards receiving in a season.
Yeah, that's on there.
That's a fact.
It's also crazy to, like you mentioned the Steelers, like they're trying to get L.C. Greenwood in. Like, does everybody on the 70s Steelers is a Hall of Famer?
Yes.
That's like they got 40 guys.
I don't know why they had a league if they're all
on that team. Yeah. It's unbelievable how many got in. Add more fun to your fandom with the Ballybet Sportsbook app. Download today. Get 50 back in bonus bets. You place that first wager of 10 or more. Ballybet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. One thought around Week 17 coming up next. You listen to Cleveland Browns Daily on 850 ESPN Cleveland. This season, check the Browns social channels daily to play our digital scratch-off game for your chance to win club seats and other great prizes presented by the Ohio Lottery, proud partner of your Cleveland Browns. Time now for that Microsoft Minute. It's presented by Microsoft Surface Copilot Plus PC. Here is Dr. Z.
What a job on third downs. They call those the money downs, right? And what a job by this Cleveland Browns football team. 3 of 15 on third downs, 0 of 3 on fourth down. So that's a combined 3 of 18. Take away a tight end run. You hold Aaron Rodgers, a future Hall of Famer, to 2 of 17 on third and fourth down. 2 of 17 on third and fourth down. What an unbelievable job by the Cleveland Browns defense. And it's everybody, because when they were neutralizing Miles or doing everything they could to make sure he didn't get the sack record, you needed other people to step up. And on this defense, other people did step up, whether it be Shelby, whether it be Mason Graham, whether it be Alex Wright, whether it be the linebackers Devin Bush and Carson Swessinger, who are everywhere, whether it be Rashawn Jenkins stepping in as a starter due to the injuries, whether you got Tyson Campbell and Denzel on the outside, who are unbelievable, Trey Avery stepping in, you got Rashawn and Grant Delpit and Ronnie Hickman there on the back end. It was a team effort. Everybody did a great job. Jerome Baker was flying around. Diabate was flying around. We were playing some 4 linebackers, 4 defensive ends, 4 linebackers, 3 DBs at times in that game. And the Browns got the job done. So great defensive effort, incredible job. And listen, Denzel Ward said it best. I don't know why you're trying me 3 times in a row with the game on the line, unless you didn't want to win.
Well said by him and you. Well done. All right, time for one thought around every game in Week 17 of the 2025 season. Hello, Gibby.
Hi.
No, Gabriel.
Let's get through it, because there's a lot to get through. We have this. We have Guess the Scores. College football,
boy.
Nate.
We
We got a full hour.
We got a lot going on here.
We got to get
like
through
it.
a lot.
We got to go.
I
We got to
like
go.
it.
We got to go.
Let's start with Christmas. Feels like it was a month ago.
It does.
Really, it was 5 days ago. Cowboys, 30. Commies, 23. Bo Bishop, one thought.
I guess what I'm most interested in is this Dallas team is at best going to finish 8-1. It felt like they were a team that had, like, does Jerry care about winning?
Yes. Badly.
Does he?
Come on.
But I know. We all watched the doc, but does he?
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
It's just such a strange thing. Everything they've done, and then they released Trayvon Diggs today. Did you hear the details on this? He wanted to stay in. They played against Washington. He said, "Can I just stay here?
I'll fly back the next day.
I'll fly back. I'm going to fly back. This is my family. I'm going to stay here anyway. Can I just stay here and I'll fly back to Dallas on my own?" And the Cowboys are like, "No." And he's like, "Well, why? I'm just going to ride back on the plane with you guys and then book the first flight out of Dallas back to D.C." And they were like vehemently no. And then today they release him. It's just like you have a really good quarterback in Dak Prescott. You have 2 monster weapons. You've got a decent run game. And what are you trying to be? What were the Cowboys trying to be this year?
I don't know, but I mean, everything we know about the Cowboys and the way they operated, especially at their peak of their powers, like, let the guy go back to D.C. What do you care?
Yeah, what do you care?
I thought it must be linked to something with his brother. No?
No, it was this. They had the details of it. This Jordan Schultz had the reporting on it.
Correct.
He was like, "Can I go home? Can I just stay here?" And they're like, "No." He asked Schottenheimer if he could stay, and he said no. And he's like, "Well, I'm going to."
And he asked him in advance.
In advance.
And then asked him like the night before,
Right.
and was vehemently denied again.
Yeah, like for
Why?
what? Why?
Like, you're going to be
a grown
off
man.
all weekend.
It's a long break.
If you play Thursday, you get the weekend off.
Right.
If you win, that's usually the case.
Yeah, they're not going back to work until today
Maybe.
in Dallas. Like they had the extended break. Let him live.
Well, right, they're not
What's
playing
the
for
point?
anything.
No. Weird.
So they just cut him.
Yep.
Yeah, so they cut him. Now he can play for somebody else.
He's got to clear waivers.
But they have to claim the remainder of his contract. Which,
Sure.
if a team is good and has the
Yeah.
space, would say, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Like, did he play in the game?
He did.
I'm telling you, I can't get anything to load on here.
It might be a this problem because I'm actually okay.
It's not this problem. This thing's unbelievable.
Well, I don't
It's a
know.
great machine.
Because I'm faster
It's a tremendous machine.
on this
Well, you
machine
got,
over here. So.
how many windows you got open there?
I don't
7.
know. It doesn't, dude. This is a new Pro. What are we talking about here?
Yeah, that should fly.
Yeah. It's got processors we don't even know about. Chips and stuff.
All right.
Microprocessors.
We're going to the next game while he tries to figure that out.
Go ahead.
Vikings 23, Leons 10. Minnesota comes away with their 8th win of the year. They are 8-8, and The Lions season just full of disappointment. They've now lost 3 in a row. Nathan, would you like to contribute? One thought.
I'm going to try. I'm going to do my best under the circumstances. But what in the world has happened to the Detroit Lions? What has happened to the Detroit? They lose a game to Max Brosmer, who goes 9 of 16 for 51 yards and was sacked 7 times.
Mm-hmm. And they lost.
How? How do you lose this game? They were still alive.
Yep.
With a win.
They lost 4 fumbles, buddy. Goff fumbled it 3 times.
And threw 2 picks.
He had 5 turnovers on his own. Gibbs fumbled another one. I mean, that's how it happened. But that's just stupefying.
Still insane.
Yeah. Probably the worst. I mean, not like I'm charting his whole career in Detroit, but probably the worst game Jared Goff's ever played for the Detroit Lions.
It's terrible.
Yeah. He had a couple of games for L.A. when he first came in that were really rough, but nothing like this since he's been in Detroit.
By the way,
have you seen this guy?
Look at him.
I mean, he is.
Look at him.
This guy's headed straight to Lonesome Dove. Look at him. He's got cattle.
He's running a business.
He's running a business
over there. How about you over here?
He's got to look at the meat futures. Jeez. He's wearing cowboy boots now.
It's unbelievable.
Duster.
It's unbelievable.
Good Lord.
Good Lord. I'll tell you what. Insane loss. Justin Jefferson, 30 yards. I mean, he is going to end up being a value in fantasy next year because people are going to just be scared.
Yeah. Yep.
Finally, on Christmas Day, Broncos 20, Chiefs 13, and what could be Travis Kelce's final game at Arrowhead, Bo Bishop.
I did not watch a single second of this thing.
Nor did I.
Nothing.
0.
I can't tell you. I just think there's a lot of bad ball. You mentioned that quarterback play from Bosmer. Oladukin, however the heck you say his name. Oladukin. Okay, Oladukin. 13 of 22 for 66 yards. This is the National Football League. Bad ball. It
might be Oladukin.
Whatever.
I think Dukin is more fun.
Yeah, I like Duke better, too.
Not good is what it is.
Played at South Florida, Samford, and South Dakota State. 7th-round pick of the Steelers in the 2022 draft.
Jackrabbits. They won the national title a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Maybe they had Oladukin power.
Yeah.
To Saturday's games, the Texans have won 8 in a row. Quietly, they are as hot as any team in the National Football League. They're 11-5, and they beat the Chargers 20-16. Zagara, one thought.
They don't play what I would call an exciting brand of football, do the Houston Texans, but right now their defense is stifling and scary, and C.J. Stroud's been in the playoffs before. He's won in the playoffs before. They're going to be a tough out. I don't think people really are interested in the war of attrition that it is to play against that football team.
Just from the other side of it, too, like it is pretty amazing how much Justin Herbert had on his shoulders this year with the Chargers. They tried to get the run game going. They drafted Hampton. It
was kind of better with Vidal Sassoon.
Better with your boy Vidal Sassoon.
I
think you're probably right. They really don't have any weapons at receiver, yet they went 11-5, and they're in the mix. And so, but yeah, I think Houston could win the AFC. I really think they're good enough to win the AFC.
The amazing thing for the Chargers, they are 5-0 in their division.
Isn't that wild?
They play Denver on Sunday. They're not going to play Herbert, but they are 5-0 in the AFC West. The other game on Saturday night, the Ravens keep their hopes alive. They go to Lambeau and win 41-24. Bo Bishop, one thought.
Yeah, I think this is the one that when we get to the combine, a lot of people are going to be talking about. Malik Willis in this game went 18-21 for 288. Every time he's played for the Packers the last 2 years, he has looked very, very good. People thought highly of him in the draft process coming out of Liberty. Didn't work out in Tennessee. Again, goes to a LaFleur, a McVay, a Shanahan, an O'Connell, gets made whole again and looks really competent. The Green Bay Packers, who are swooning right now, to say the least, but that could be a massive chip for them if they want to put him on the market. before the combine.
The week before, he looked good against the Bears.
He sure did. I think he's a really good player. Like I think they could net a lot in return for him.
He is number 1 in EPA per dropback over the last 2 years in the NFL. Derrick Henry.
I forgot he played for Baltimore.
36,
so
216, and 4. 1 week after they didn't even have him in on the final drive because of some rotation nonsense. He's run for 100 yards in 3 straight games with 6 touchdowns during that span. Derrick Henry has an opportunity. He is 31 yards away.
Wait, hold on. So you have his season stats? Mm-hmm. Can we do a guess the stats? Because I think most people think Derrick Henry's having a quiet year.
Okay.
What do you think Derrick Henry has rushing yards right now for the room in there going into Week 18?
I would say he's at 1,200 and change.
How many touchdowns?
11.
And yards per carry?
Oh, God. Come on, man.
That's too much.
How about you give me the two that give me the easy.
All right. 1469.
That's
16 touchdowns, 5 yards a carry.
5.1, that's right.
I thought I wouldn't have known that.
But the last 3 have really kind of
that's unreal.
The last 3 alone, he's got 444 and 6.
Jeez.
Here's the thing. Derrick Henry is 31 yards away from having 1,500 rushing yards and, in this case, 16 touchdowns, 15 or more touchdowns. For the he will have the second such season in his 30s. Nobody else in the history of the game has one such season.
Remember when we said we thought he was done like 3 years ago?
Yeah, coming off that 4.2 yards a carry in Tennessee. You sure did.
All right. Where is he? Where is he all time rushing?
He's 12,892. He is the active leader in carries, yards, touchdowns, touches, and yards from scrimmage, and total touchdowns. Active leader. Total 15,000 total yards, 127 total touchdowns.
Man.
He's only played 10 years.
He's only first-team All-Pro once.
That's insane.
Second-team All-Pro twice. He's been the Offensive Player of the Year. He's been in the Offensive Player of the Year voting 3 different times. He's been in the top 10 in the MVP once. Yeah,
that's crazy.
He had that lull. He started off with 169, and then he went for 23 against us, 50 against Detroit, 42 against Kansas City, 33 against Houston, and then they kind of got him going. 122, 71, 119, 75, 103, 64, 60, 94, 100, 128, 216. 216, that'll bump your numbers.
That helps.
In a hurry.
Up next to the Sunday early games, Seahawks 27, Panthers 10. Zagura, one thought.
I was surprised by the Panthers in this one, to be honest with you. I thought that they were going to be a little bit more game, as it were, in this one. And to put up 10 points at home, they had the guy who changes his jerseys, ended up on Good Morning Football. It was actually a pretty funny interview. Luka got a kick out of that. Disappointing, I think, game if you are the Panthers. This is one where you had an opportunity. Now, I know McMillan was a little bit banged up, but Bryce Young goes 14-24 for 54 yards.
Crazy. Have you ever seen? Did you see what happened at the end of this game? So they're down, obviously 27-10. They're taking a knee.
Yeah, that's it.
Like Carolina just was taking a knee. Like I never seen that for the team that's losing. Usually you throw it around and keep trying to do something, bench the quarterback, play the backup, whatever. No. They just took a knee.
That's it.
Like
we're
good.
Done.
We'll see you next week in Tampa.
And Seattle right now feels a little stagnant on offense.
They are, but they're also defensively. They're not that defensively. They're elite.
Yes.
But they are stagnant offensively. It's weird they got rid of DK
They had the big
Metcalf.
game against the Rams. Actually, I guess they really haven't been. That feels rude. I take it back.
They rallied against the Rams.
Since the bye week, they've scored 38, 44, 19, 30, 26, 37, 18, 38, 27.
Their point differential this year, they've outscored their opponents by a total of 181 points.
Sorry, I take that back.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Our guy Jeff Howard on that Seattle defensive staff.
That's right.
That is right.
Elite fashion guru.
He's a fine man.
Next, Bengals 37, Cardinals 14. Real quick, Bo Bishop.
It's funny, like the Cincinnati Bengals for the second straight year at the end of the season when there was nothing to play for, playing as good as anybody offensively. Like, where was all of this?
Yeah.
So many times, like if you look, there's so many instances where it's like, okay, now go win 5 in a row. You have all this offensive firepower, and they just couldn't do it. Even with Burrow back, they couldn't do it. Lost to the Bills and Ravens. They had a chance and just couldn't do it. So it's just a waste of an all-time quarterback is what's happening down there. It's just an absolute waste.
Something was just funky, though, about them early in the season, too. Chase Brown was terrible. They couldn't run. All of a sudden, he's running great.
Yeah.
There's something just was weird about what was going on with them, and now they clearly have got it unlocked and they're figured it out. And, yeah, they are electric right now. Electric.
Yeah.
Did you guys all see the clip of Joe Flacco where it looked like he was frozen in time? Like, what was going on?
I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen him. I'm going to ask him about it.
Burrow was making face, yeah.
And he's just like looking at the side like this.
Just frozen. I don't know.
It'll be good to see Joe Flacco. I'm excited about that.
Next.
Who scored, G-Man?
Big Gabby's back.
He's watching Arsenal. They must have just put the ball in a clever touch to the upper 90.
Zaguriga, one thought. Jags 23, Colts 17.
The Jags are for real. They were kind of toying around with these guys a little bit and then put the hammer down. Trevor Lawrence is playing like the guy that he was supposed to be. His nickname, believe it's what it says on Pro Football Reference. I don't remember ever hearing this, but the prince that was promised.
No, I don't know about that.
He's playing like that, and he's doing it not just with his arm, but with his legs as well. 2 more rushing touchdowns in this one. He now has a rushing touchdown in each of the last 3 games. He has produced over the last 3 games for them a grand total of 12 total touchdowns with 1 giveaway. That feels pretty good.
That is pretty good. And a big what if for Indy. Like, what if Danny Dimes doesn't get hurt?
Yeah, big collapse.
Because they had the biggest differential in the league.
Yeah, they were rolling.
They were one of the stories of the league. Danny Dimes gets hurt, never the same.
And supposedly they're going with Leonard over Rivers, so that's it. Comes back, goes 0 for 3.
I saw somebody making a comment about now he's on the NFL insurance for another 5 years.
Yeah, he is.
That's huge with 12 kids.
That's what they said. One of the people said that's one of the reasons they think that he came back.
Yeah. Like, you start paying out of pocket for 12 kids, good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next, Dolphins 20, Tampa Bay 17. Bo Bishop.
Well, this we all saw coming. Both of us picked Miami to win this game. Mike McDaniel had some comments this week that led me to believe that sticking with Tua all that time wasn't maybe always his choice. And maybe they have something in yours.
He's the number 1 recruit coming out of college, or high school, I'm sorry.
The DNA's there, buddy.
Yeah. I was surprised he went as late as he did just because of that fact that the DNA is there. 14 of 22, 172, 2 touchdowns, no picks. He's played well. Bake, unfortunately, 3 turnovers in this one, 2 interceptions, lost a fumble late. I mean, the stats were really good. You usually don't throw for 346 yards and have multiple 100-yard receivers and not be able to score more than 17 points. Also, something that needs to be studied or talked about, or maybe you have more insight into it, but the mid-season and then on swoon of Emeka Egbuka is
Well, I think it goes hand in hand with Bake.
wild. But like in this game, McMillan's got 114, Godwin's got 108, and he's got 3 catches for 20 yards.
Yeah, I think that it's, if you were to find a line where it started to go, I mean, just the targets wise too, it all fell off right around the time of the Bake, when Bake got hurt.
Up next,
Every game, by the way, that he had when he got really targeted, he delivered.
Yeah.
He hasn't scored since November the 9th.
Oh yeah, it's been forever.
And he's been over in his last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. Egbuka's been over 50 yards receiving once and has 0 tutties.
Yeah,
that is wild.
Mm-hmm.
My one thought for the next one: Patriots 42, Jets 10. Are we sure Aaron Glenn is safe?
No,
it's 1 year, but I don't think it's.
I don't think we are.
Great by any stretch.
No, and it's the only thing would be Woody seems to really like him, and maybe he'll keep him.
Yeah.
The kid's stat line in this one, 19 to 21 for 2. It's like 248, 5 touchdowns, no picks for Drake May.
That's
bad.
right.
Not bad.
By the way,
he's going to be the MVP.
This game,
he's going to be right there.
was not as close as the score would indicate.
No.
And it felt like if they wanted to beat them
70. Wasn't it
77 to
35 at nothing at half?
It was
if
ugly.
they wanted to beat them, it was
Yeah.
35-3 at the half. If they wanted to score 77, they could have scored any time.
Total
they wanted.
quit.
And he's a defensive coach.
He's a defensive coach, and he's following me to freedom, and total quit.
Yep.
All right, I'll give you guys a guess. So Aaron Glenn, defensive coach, good defensive coach, certainly was a DC, at Detroit. That went very well for him there. DB guy all through and through. How many interceptions do the New York Jets have this year as a team?
Now,
Well, you're
are
setting
we
it up,
counting
so-
Sauce Gardner's before?
Counting Sauce Gardner.
4.
Yeah, I think it's low, only because of the way you set it up. So just for fun, I would say 7.
4, 7. Does young Gabriel want to have a go at it?
Quickly. We got to get guess the scores and a bunch of other stuff. What do you got?
The answer is 0.
No picks.
0.
Oh,
Not a single interception this season. I don't know if that's ever happened before.
I don't either. That's nuts.
They scored again. Arsenal's up 2-0
I mean,
It's called 2-0.
the
on
fact that,
Aston Villa.
Great.
the fact that the G-Man has you now giving us Arsenal scores live on the show tells you the amount of affection that you have for young G-Man.
I want you to know that at one point I was the voice of Aston Villa.
What?
Yep, that's a story for another time.
Wait a
New
second.
Orleans
I need to hear the
34, St. Titans 26.
I'll make it quick. Shuck's really good. He's
Olave
really
is
good.
a beast.
He's a beast, and that's what you get. By the way, you get a young quarterback, talented receiver, offensive-minded coach puts him in a position to succeed.
And I'll also say this, Cam Ward is gotten significantly better as this season's gone on.
has.
They need to get him some weapons to play with.
they need to.
Late Sunday window. We don't think we need to
Nope.
go too much into this. Giants 34, Raiders 10.
Gross.
When we have more time, the Max Crosby stuff is interesting. When we have
Yep.
more time.
I guess he was on with Jim Gray and their the Brady podcast. I
Yeah.
guess Max Crosby's on that. I have not seen it yet, but I guess he makes an appearance. Eagles 13, Bills 12. Nathan. I don't know what the Bills are
Josh
doing.
missed He missed a throw on a 2-pointer.
To Khalil Shakir, he never misses that.
Never
throw.
misses that throw.
He's been
Strange.
something's strange the last against us as well.
I keep waiting for them. I mean, I think everyone's going to pick them to win the AFC, but it's just they don't seem right.
Who are they matched up with currently?
Rams.
No.
Oh,
You're talking about
Bills?
the Bills.
Bills.
Bills would be
Patriots?
Patriots. Bills Patriots.
Yeah, I would be. I'd be skeptical about the Bills right now.
So, yeah, it would. No. Patriots, Chargers, Bills, Jaguars. They'll win that, and then Ravens, Texans. It stands right now.
I think the Texans would beat them. I think Texans would suffocate their offense right now.
Based on Baltimore getting in
Yeah.
over Pittsburgh, obviously.
Finally, Sunday Night Foosball and the best game of the week by far outside of Brown Steelers. 49ers 42, Bears 38. Bishop.
I just think both of those teams are really fun to be a fan of right now.
How could they not be?
San Francisco has been this way for a long time. Chicago fans have waited forever. It feels to me like where Chicago is right now is where Detroit was like 3 or 4 years ago, like on the cusp of it. And it's just a matter of can you take advantage of a true championship window. The difference is they have Caleb even younger than they got Goff, and they have so much weaponry around him.
And Caleb's still on his rookie deal, right? To
Right.
your point.
And they have a
they can
coach.
spend it. Then they got to, and now he's not going anywhere because he's the offensive genius.
Yep.
And because he's on the rookie deal, they can spend on everything else. Like they are in that spot. Like they're in a better spot than New England. I think May's better than Williams, but they're in a better spot than New England because they have all of this weaponry already.
Yeah, they've got Bird and Loveland,
Good Lord.
DJ Moore, Cole Kmet, Roma
Tons of
Dunze, who
weapons.
we haven't seen in a month, who was having a great year. Swift, Monungai. Like, yeah, they are loaded up. They are fun. And Ben Johnson's a fun coach.
Yep. That is one thought from Week 17 in the National Football League.
All right. Dr. Z will attempt to know the scores. Coming up next, you'll listen to Cleveland Browns Daily on 850 ESPN Cleveland. Elk, serious lawyers, serious injuries. Call 1-800-ELK-OHIO for a free case review. Elk and Elk's proud partner of your Cleveland Browns. Time for the little segment we like to call Guess the Scores with Dr. Z. Last one, Week 18. We will start.
Chalk up another loss.
We will start in the Saturday slate again on record. No reason to be doing this. 4 o'clock. Panthers at Bucks. Fowler, Chris Fowler, Orlovsky, Riddick, Katie George, Peter Schrager. Put 6 more people on that.
So Fowler's doing the Rose Bowl and then flying to Tampa Bay to call this?
That's ridiculous. So he's doing the is he not doing the Buckeye game?
He is not. No.
He is
Who's
not.
on Buckeyes, Kev?
Dave Pash.
Dave Pash and Dorr. I can't remember the guy's name right now.
So
but it's
Herb
Pash.
Street and
Dusty
Fowler.
Dvorak.
Yes, there it is.
So they're bailing on the better game because they all love the Rose Bowl so much. All right.
Yes.
Okay, great. Panthers at Bucks.
Bucks minus 2.5.
Got it.
Hey, there you go, little guy.
He's ready.
always
Seahawks
start-
at
I always
Niners. Again on ABC with Buck and Aikman, Salters and Rutledge, the A-team, if you will.
Niners,
Seahawks at Niners.
minus 3.5.
All right, it's Seahawks minus 1.5, and I'd like
What?
for you to explain it to me.
I can't.
I
I was only off by 5 points.
don't understand.
That doesn't make any
I don't
sense.
get that at all.
That means they're going to win.
It does. Yeah. Saints.
So that would be setting up for a bloodbath in Vegas.
It would. Yeah.
What?
No, I'm with you. I don't
Didn't
get
the
it at
Niners
all.
beat them in Seattle
I
on a
can't recall
Tonjes
because
touchdown early in the season?
you'd know better than me. I was following the Rams closer than the Niners, but that makes sense. Sunday, 1 o'clock. Saints at Falcons. Oh, it's in Atlanta. Chris
Niners
Myers.
beat them week 1 of the regular season, 17-13 in Seattle.
Yes.
Weird.
Niners have won 6 in a row. They've
And they're
scored
dogs.
41-20, 26-37, 48-42, and they're dogs.
Home dogs.
So they clearly think Seattle is.
So I mean,
They
you
forgot that Seattle has Sam Darnold. And when the game matters,
I know,
Sam
but it's-
Darnold doesn't.
Vegas doesn't forget that stuff, man. Like that number makes no sense unless
You
it
could have
does.
given me 100 guesses. And I wouldn't have got that one right.
Saints at Falcons.
Falcons minus 3.
Falcons minus 3.5.
You got it the other way.
Browns at Bengals. McCarthy, Logan Ryan, and Amanda
Tom.
Valionis.
Tom's usually with Ross Tucker, isn't he?
Yeah, Ross Tucker moved up. He's working with Harlan. I don't know where Trent Green is.
Oh, and Melanie Collins, sure. Bengals minus 7.5.
Got it. All right. Packers at Vikings. A Spiroditas, Anna Marcelletta combination.
Because it makes sense to put it on CBS in Week 18.
Packers minus 5.5.
Vikings minus 6.5.
Excuse me?
Probably your biggest miss ever.
Wait a minute.
Wait a second.
That can't be right.
Vikings minus 6.5. So obviously they think the Panthers aren't trying. The Packers aren't trying. Is that the
Is
thought?
that right, G-Man, or is this a typo?
Minnesota's minus 6.5.
Yeah.
With Brosmer?
Yeah. You only missed it by 11. I mean, that's unbelievable.
Like
I'm telling you, folks. That's why I tell people.
I can't blame him for
No,
this.
I don't
week,
either.
'cause
That's what I'm
people
telling
are
you.
gonna
Hold
start
on.
Does that mean that they're
people-
not playing
That
Malik
means-
Willis either? They're not
that
playing
means
Love or Malik Willis?
They must not be playing either of them.
I mean, Brosmer, they put up had 6 takeaways and
And
put
they're
up,
favored by a touchdown plus.
but they barely.
I know. Cowboys at Giants. Kevin Kugler, Daryl Johnston, Allison Williams. Cowboys at Giants.
By the way, I'm being told by somebody who scours the corners of Reddit that there's much more to the Diggs story than what the points that we illuminated.
Well, he would have more. He would
Yes.
have it at the ready.
At the ready, yes.
Yep.
I don't know anymore. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. Cowboys.
How could you?
Cowboys minus 3.
Oh, I want to give it to you. It was 3.5. But how could you know? I mean, after what's transpired here today.
The Vikings pack. You literally
A million guesses.
4
you're
and
not
4
getting
the
there.
old way.
Yeah.
well, no,
Titans.
4 and 3 the old way. Give it. Or
Titans
4
at
and,
Jaguars. Adam
5
and
and
Drew
3.
Brees and Christina Pink on
4
the
and 2.
call. Titans at Jaguars.
Jags minus 6.5.
Jags minus 12.5.
The Titans aren't that bad.
How are they deciding, like, who's trying and who's not.
But the Titans aren't that bad.
No, they're not. Colts.
By the way, the Jags can get the number 1 seed in the AFC if certain things
that's what
fall
they're
their
banking
way.
on is that
Yeah, but
Jacksonville's
I played
all
it.
out.
I gave it like a
yeah, I
real
thought
line,
it was
like
fair.
a touchdown.
Yeah, I think that's crazy. Colts at Texans. Ian Eagle,
Whoa.
J.J. Watt, Evan Washburn.
Texans minus 14.
10.5.
That's lower.
By the way, Colts are starting Riley Leonard.
They're starting Riley Leonard. The best thing he did against Ohio State was just run into the pile.
This just shows you how nutso the league is at this point in the season.
Yeah. All right. By the way, well, we don't have time. I'll save that for another day. Jets at Bills, Sunday, 4 o'clock. Jets at Bills. Andrew Catalon, Charles Davis, Jason McCourty, and A.J. Ross. Jets at Bills.
Bills minus 14.5.
So it's only 7. How is this not 14.5? How is it only 7? I don't understand it.
Weren't
I
they just
Hold
on a second. Hold on. Hold, please. Yeah, the Patriots were just 13.5-point favorites at the Jets a week ago.
Right. The only thing I can think is because Buffalo can't really do anything. But, I don't know.
So if they're half as good as the Patriots could score 70.
Yeah. Oh, I'm with you.
I'm off. This is the most I've ever been off ever.
It's not your fault. It's the end of the year.
Well.
Lions at Bears. Burkhardt, Brady, Andrews, and Rinaldi. Lions at Bears.
By the way, how ticked off are CBS and Fox?
Quite.
ESPN gets
They parroted
Saturday
all their games.
doubleheader. NBC gets the Sunday night game. Everybody else, you get squat.
You don't get a single game that matters in terms of
I bet
winning
this
anything.
is discussed in the offseason.
Yeah.
Bears minus 6.5.
Bears minus 3.
What?
Yep.
The Lions just got smoked by the Vikings.
None of it makes sense.
Unless the Bears are resting people because they don't have anything left to play for.
No, they are. They have, seeding. Chargers at Broncos. Chargers at Broncos. Nance and Romo.
Yeah, reminder, Herbert's not playing.
Yes. Herbert is not playing, and that would be reflected.
Really?
That would be known.
Broncos minus 7.5.
Broncos minus 12.5.
Who's playing quarterback? Trey Lance?
Trey Lance.
Why is it Herbert? Just because they're resting his broken hand?
Just chilling him, yeah.
Okay.
Chiefs at Raiders. Chris Lewis, Kyle Long, and Tiffany Blackman. I didn't know Kyle Long was working at CBS.
This is the worst game ever.
Chiefs at Raiders. It's way up
Chiefs minus 3.5.
5.5. I'm done keeping track. Cardinals at Rams.
I can't even get it within a
Oh,
half.
no. Cardinals at Rams. Kenny Albert, Jonathan Vilma on the call. Cardinals.
Rams minus 10.5.
Rams minus 7.5.
That game might mean something.
Why would the Rams be favored the same at home against the Cardinals that the Bengals were?
I don't know, man. Bengals
were 7.5 last week. So the Bengals and the Rams are the same team?
This is the Pepe Sylvia version of the scores. Charlie, all these people exist and they want their mail. Dolphins at Patriots.
Patriots minus 7.5.
Patriots minus 10.5.
I don't know why that's 10.5.
Rams at home against the Cardinals is less than the Patriots at home against the Dolphins?
You nailed it. Commies at Eagles. Here's Kevin Harlan, Ross Tucker, Melanie Collins.
Eagles minus 9.5.
7. Finally, Ravens at Steelers.
These are nuts.
It's nuts. Ravens at Steelers.
Ravens minus 3.5.
Nailed it. The
And
real
with a
football
bang.
game you got. The real football game you
I
got.
actually went 2-1 on the real football games.
Yeah, the real football games you were locked into, buddy. The Seahawks-Niners one was wild. That's a wild number.
The scores are. How are we picking these on Friday?
I don't know. Thankfully, we have another couple of days before we have to.
I'm going to tell you something. The scores this week we'll call them middling.
Here's what I would. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
You were 0 for 6 after 6 games.
Yeah.
And finished respectably. I think you won. You went 7-3 over the final 10.
Jeez.
I was 1-5 through 6 games, and then went 8-2 in the last 10.
Crazy.
I mean, our start was as
bad as it's ever
Dallas
been.
at Washington, Detroit at Minnesota, Denver at Kansas City. Loss. I got Houston and then Green Bay.
I want to make one other adjustment. Now, it didn't affect me because I was in a third-place game, but I think the fantasy playoff has to start a week sooner. I think the Super Bowl can't be last weekend because there was too much sitting, resting, non-playing. I think fantasy Super Bowls need to move up a whole week. I think
That's where they used to be in a 16-game season. It was week 15.
That's where it should go back to. It should go back to week 15.
Here's the problem.
Because there's too much nonsense that happens the last 2 weeks.
Here's the
Teams
problem.
not trying, Brosmers, all this nonsense.
Here's the problem.
Like I'm in a third place game, which matters for a couple hundred, nothing. But the point of it is nothing.
Yes.
The point of it is
couple hundred high fives.
That's it. Blake Corum, I like that's where I'm at because nobody else is playing.
He's been
no
pretty
running
good.
backs are playing. I needed 7 points out of him, and I didn't care.
What did he get?
Whatever. He didn't do anything. But it's like
He had scored double digits 3 games in a row.
well, didn't.
Not.
Bad pickup. But like that happened. Like the consolation game was 43-38.
Here's the problem.
The championship game was the same because nobody's playing.
Here's the problem.
That you're going to say the buys.
Yeah, they have a bye in week 13. You can't have a bye in the first round of the playoffs.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, but it's not working this way.
Yeah.
Because there's too many teams who punt. They punt on it. For nearly a century, the Rumpke family has operated one of the nation's largest waste and recycling companies, providing top-level services to residential and commercial customers. To learn more how they can help you meet your sustainability goals, visit rumpke.com to learn more. You listen to Cleveland Browns Daily on 850 ESPN Cleveland. Tune in tonight, 7 to 8, for the season finale of Kevin Stefanski Show. Mr. Tarv and Coach are going to join Z and Gerard tonight on the University Hospital's Cleveland Browns radio network.
I was trying to go 60 minutes with Tarv, and Gibbe was like thieving our joy. We were just rocking.
You could have done it.
He had to be ultimately.
Like, there are 5 segments.
He had to be escorted out of here. Like we were just having too much fun.
He had a
great
meeting.
time talking.
He had meetings.
And they came in to get him. He's like, no, I got till 2:20. He left.
I'm good.
He left here at 2:19 and 48 seconds.
That's about right.
Tarv,
All right,
love
time
that
for
guy.
one final edition in 2025 of College Football Nate and Merely Bo on our college football acumen. Hello, Gibbe.
All right, we'll save the best for last. We'll start January 1st. We are off tomorrow and Thursday. Back with you on Friday, by the way.
That's nice, yeah.
New Year's Day, noon, the Capital One Orange Bowl on ESPN. Number 5, Oregon. Number 4, Texas Tech. What say you?
Ducks.
It is criminal that the Orange Bowl game is played at noon.
Yeah.
Like, how dumb is all of this? Play it Friday night.
2 minutes.
That's
Like, come on.
Yep,
Come on.
that's
Just
what
so
I grew up
stupid.
on.
Yeah, the Orange Bowl should be at night. I think honestly, like this might be the game of the whole group of them, and I think
Really?
the score reflects that. I think Oregon wins a classic, but Texas Tech is legit.
At 4 o'clock, it is the Rose Bowl, the granddaddy of them all, presented by Prudential on ESPN. Number 9, Alabama. Number 1, Indiana.
I'll go here. I think if these uniforms were reversed, it would be like if the Indiana players were Alabama players, if that makes sense, and vice versa, it would be Alabama minus like 13.5. But it's just because people won't respect. I think Indiana is better than
It's
that.
2
than
touchdowns
Indiana.
better.
I think they're better than Alabama, and I think they beat them by more than 7. Samesies.
Same.
Samesies. 8 p.m., the All-State Sugar Bowl on ESPN. Number 6, Ole Miss. Number 3, Georgia. Zagura.
Ugga. Big. Ole Miss is their coach. What are we doing here?
1 minute.
Guy was their coach, and he's gone.
Weiss's kid is the offensive coordinator at LSU. He's coordinating Ole Miss again. He's the current offensive coordinator. This is how broken this sport is. Yet it's still the second most popular. I'm with you. I got
Unbelievable.
Georgia too.
New Year's Eve, tomorrow night, 7:30.
Bootsy!
No better way to ring in 2026
Yeah.
than with number 10 Miami and number 2 Ohio State for the first time since the Buckeyes won a national championship over Miami.
Biggest game Miami's played since that game. I think it's right on it. I think it's like 24-14, 24-13, something like that. I think it's right on it.
Buckeyes, future national champions.
Huge.
There you go, kids. We will see you in 2026. Thanks
Happy
for listening.
birthday to the Boots.
He appreciates
My spirit
that.
animal.
He's on a flight. You're listening to Cleveland Browns Daily on 850 ESPN Cleveland.